I was going to school at the time at a really prestigious fine arts high school in Michigan. It was called Interlochen. I had moved out on my own when I was 15. I got a little cabin and I was working a couple of jobs and paying rent. And this guy in town, he was a little ranching community that I lived in Home, Alaska. This kid had gone to this real fancy school and he said, you can get a scholarship. So I applied, never thought I'd get in, and they actually gave me a full scholarship to go to this really real fancy school. So I needed the plane ticket money still, so I saved up enough money for a one-way ticket and showed up in Michigan wearing my skinning knife, because everybody wore one in Homer. I didn't know it wasn't cool at a fine art school in Michigan. I had a great time. It was an amazing time. I didn't realize, though, that for Christmas break and spring break, you weren't allowed to stay on campus. You had to leave. And I couldn't afford to get back home to Alaska, so that's how I concocted this genius idea that I would get on a train in Detroit and just hobo across the country, street sing until I got to Mexico. My dad was always the one that played guitar in our act. I never did learn to play, so I decided that I would learn 4 chords. I learned A minor, C, G, and D. In that order. I couldn't go out of order because I got messed up. And I thought, well, I couldn't read music, so I couldn't learn other people's songs. And I thought, well, I'll just make up lyrics about people as they walk by. My dad had taught me to improvise all those years bar singing. We'd sort of keep each other entertained that way. He'd make up lyrics about people that weren't listening to us. My dad's just a great man. He still lives in Alaska in a little one-room cabin with no electricity. It's just a couple cows and a couple horses, and he still makes records. He has a great... My dad also makes jewelry out of animal parts. Like polished horse hooves and concentric circles with wolf claws and eagle bone. I don't know, a few other endangered species, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. You might be a redneck if you see roadkill and think of it as an accessory. My dad has a very funny sense of humor, as long as you're not the object of it. When I graduated high school, all the parents came. There was like a little cocktail mixer before graduation in the lobby, and everybody was very well dressed. And my dad shows up. My dad is usually clean-shaven, and for this he committed 6 months of his life to growing a beard this long, Grizzly Adams. And he wore a gold miner's hat with a bullet hole in it, and suspenders and Carhartts rolled up with rubber boots, and over his shoulder he slung a iron-jawed, rusty bear trap. And he came into the lobby like this. And he started smelling people. He went to all the nice dressed ladies with their pearls. It was like, where's that girl? I want to see what an educated girl smells. I remember years later, I was about 20, and I got asked to be Dorothy in a production of Wizard of Oz in New York City. It was an all-star cast. It was with Jackson Brown and Roger Daltrey and Nathan Lane and Natalie Cole and Deborah Winger. It was just this amazing thing to be part of. So I was with my dad down for that. I wasn't famous at the time, so it was really a big deal for me. My dad showed up wearing his town clothes, like his good hat and his leather vest and his creased jeans and his animal carcass necklace. And the show went good, and afterwards there was an after party where all the celebrities got together and there were photographers. And it was just one of those moments in your life when the whole room gets quiet at the same time. Just in time for me to hear my dad and the whole room. As somebody turned to my dad and said, "You should be very proud of your daughter. She did a great job." And that's when the crowd got quiet and everybody heard my dad go, "Yeah, I put my best sperm into that one."